Hey, what is going on? We are back. It's been a while. Hey, hopefully there's still people that are interested in the series. Um, yeah, been a while. Been a couple months. I've been kind of I guess taking a break from the game. Not really having a lot of creative juices. Yeah, I saw, the game. They put out a couple of interesting updates. The latest update that just came out a couple days ago, adding the sci-fi pack and big changes to the paths and just kind of adding new features caught my attention. So I was like, oh, let me hop on the game. It's been a while. So that's kind of what I did. I hopped on. Was gonna do something with the sci-fi pack, gonna do something with like some of the new props and stuff, but then I noticed my little monorail above the go-karts. I never did anything with that. So I was like, oh, let's do something with that. So um the creative juices were kind of flowing. I kind of hopped on and then started messing around with the monorail, which ended up being a lot of work. It took me about like 3 hours to get it to where it's at right now, and it's not even done, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, so you'll see. I chopped down the recording from 3 hours to like half hour, which I think is a lot more digestible considering it's not a lot of progress. I mean, it is, but like it's not. It's just the monorail was in such a weird spot, and I had kind of already built all around it. It was like, how am I gonna get, the monorail to actually connect and go around the park? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. As you can see right now, I'm just kind of working on the little mountain structure that we have. I still have plans to put a little water park in that corner. If you remember, if anyone's watching this video that have been watching every video as they come out, first of all, I appreciate you. Second of all, I have a lot of the same ideas. It's just me actually going about doing it. It's taking me a little while. But I mean, that's kind of how, like, the nice thing about a game like Planet Coaster. You always come back and revisit it. Like the first Planet Coaster was out for like almost 10 years before this game came out. 8 years, I think. And like over those 8 years, it's like you just come and go with the game. Pick it up, build some cool things, put it down. Kind of like Minecraft, and it's fun in that sense. So yeah, I kind of had to put the game down a little bit. I grinded a lot. Like I put a lot of hours in this park in the first like month of the game. I know I put out like 15, 16 videos. In each video like an hour and a half, but there was a lot of editing in those videos where like each video realistically was like 3-4 hours of actual gameplay. Similar to this one, like it's a lot of work, and you just kind of grow a little tired of it. And I was talking back then, if you had seen any of the videos, I'm pretty motivated to finish this part. Might not get finished right away, but we will work on it. And as I continue to work on it, I will continue to upload to YouTube. So yeah, I mean, I prefer the sit down and like actually record myself playing, and actually have like live commentary rather than just sit back and record a voiceover like I'm doing right now. But in the case like this video, it's like I got a lot of stuff I gotta talk about. I guess since it's been 5 months since the last time I played. Yeah. As you can see right here with the monorail, I'm just kind of struggling to figure out where the track's actually gonna go, and there's a lot of little bits cut out where like you don't even see how much struggle it was to find a path. Like right now I'm just trying to find a path where it'll actually go through, but it's one thing to find the path and it's another thing to like actually clear the path, because I gotta go around the coaster, gotta go around all the other rides, make sure that the monorail doesn't like completely stick out like a sore thumb. And I think I did a pretty good job of hiding it, making it look like it was always planned to be there. Like this part right here, going over the coaster, like didn't really want to have to do that, but it was kind of like my only option to get around where I was. So I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. The park as a whole, I'm really happy about. Again, if you had were watching these videos as they came out, if you're somehow like if you were waiting for the next part of this video or the next part of the series, like I appreciate you. Thank you. I got a lot of views in November when the game came out, and I just was not expecting all that. It'll be interesting to see how this video does, if there's still any sort of interest, or if I could still somehow reach new people. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way the park came out, or has come out to this point. Obviously the updates, there's been like 3 or 4 different updates that the game have come out with. that since the last time I played it, really. Like the sci-fi pack kind of got me a little interested, a little excited. I know they put out like a Western pack not too long ago. And that'll be helpful to build because like part of my issue, part of the reason I was losing a lot of like creativity was, to me personally, there wasn't enough theming, there wasn't enough like options to really build anything. And I'm not the best builder. I mean, if you've been watching the videos, I take a lot of stuff from the workshop and just kind of blend it with like my own little creativity. But I could build a little bit, I could somewhat do a little bit. And when it felt like, when the game came out, I felt like there was just really nothing you could do. There was just very limiting, at least for the way I play the game. So I had to just, kind of put the game down for a little bit. And now that I have, and there's a lot of new stuff, like I said, the Western pack, sci-fi pack, really excited. Like there's some cool stuff I could do. I'm happy with the way the park's, the way it looks right now, but it's like, I didn't want the whole park to have the same theme, and it kind of, like, I have my little Viking foresty kind of theme, and then I have like my kind of like more just generic basic theme park looking area. But I want to like be able to like zoom out and see like, oh, that's the western area, look at all the brown, look at all the the cactus and the rocks. I want to be able to zoom out and be like, oh, that's like a little, I don't know, desert oasis, like palm trees and sand and kind of area. And it just, I had to take, I guess, some time to get the juices going. So, yeah, I should be narrating. See, I'm really bad at doing voiceovers and recording over the gameplay. Right here, I should be talking about what's going on. Like right here, I'm just trying to figure out a path for the monorail, and it's just, like I said, I wanted to make it look like it was always planned to be there. But I didn't want it to like stick out, and it's gonna stick out right now in the meantime. But in my head, I was kind of future proofing. I was like, all right, like kind of thinking, what do I want to do with this area? So like that back corner, I just try not to block it with the monorail. Right here, I'm just clearing the path. Like so, I the first like 5 minutes of this video is just figuring out where the monorail is gonna go. Now, this part of the video, I'm just clearing the monorail, making sure the track isn't being covered with all the previous decorating. Yeah, the hard part about this was I'm really happy with the way the park looks as it was. So I didn't want to completely mess up all my theming, mess up all of the foliage, all of the surrounding, I guess, details. So, like going around the mountain and stuff, and like I wanted to move everything but kind of leave it there so it didn't feel like it was just completely scrapped or completely like redone. So I think I did a pretty good job of just making way for the monorail, but still making sure that everything looks the same, or looks like, again, like it was always planned, or the monorail was always there from the start. Yeah, and it wasn't too difficult. It was just a lot time consuming. Like I said, it'd be very easy to just delete everything and then replace everything, but I wanted to keep everything as similar as could be. This little area took a while to figure out like how I wanted it to look. Obviously it goes underneath the roller coaster, the minecart coaster. Didn't like the big open trench, so I took the time to fill it in, kind of cover the monorail, let the monorail go through a little cave. Also does a good job of like hiding it from the coaster. All right, if you're on the coaster, you have no idea that the monorail's below you. And yeah, it just took time. Like it wasn't difficult. It just took a lot of kind of replacing stuff. Terrain, the train adder always gets to me. It's always annoying. But like I said, similar to everything else, like once I was like done with it, I called it done. Pretty happy with the way it came out. Can't complain. Yeah, and I'm glad I'm getting this monorail done. I think the longer I pushed it off, the longer I waited to get it done, the harder it would be to implement. And somebody had left a comment on one of the the latest videos I uploaded. Guest transportation rides are like a necessity to big theme parks, every theme park, you know, whether it's monorail or like old school, like style train or something, buses. Um, you got to have it. And, you know, it would have been very unfortunate if I continued building out the park and then getting to the point where I'm like, it's just impossible to add some sort of, you know, public transportation. So glad I could get the monorail. I might still try to add something else, whether it be a train or something, just because trains are fun, you know. Yeah, like, you know, picked up the game. I saw the monorail and I was like, all right, I'm here to build with the Western, you know, theming, build with the sci-fi theme, but this monorail's got to be completed because it's just going to be even more difficult. So glad I got it done. Yeah, obviously, you know, again, if you're watching my video for the first time or even watching this series, obviously, you know, it'd be cool to build with all the new props and stuff, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. If not this video, probably the next video. And we'll get back to the style of I guess, you know, kind of the live gameplay and the live commentary, kind of narrating what I do as I do it. Yeah, because I'm not great at recording a voiceover after the fact. Like, I don't know what to talk about. I'm 10 minutes in the video. I got another 20 minutes to talk. I don't know what to say. In the past couple videos, it's been really easy to just be like, all right, I'm out of here, and then just let the build play over some background music. And I think for some people, they enjoy that. They like seeing just, you know, the process of you know, the building get built or whatever. But I think other people do enjoy like actually hearing someone talk and hearing the thought process and all that, you know. Although I'm not really doing a good job of that either. I'm just kind of yapping, you know. But like right here, right? If I talk about the process, I'm just resizing trees. I'm just clearing the path. It's the same thing I was doing 5 minutes ago. Like, it's just going through and just everything that was there. I wanted to keep it there because I'm really happy with where the park is. Didn't want to change anything. Obviously, as I go through these different areas, like right here, you know, this rock area, this little corner of the park that's gonna be eventually a water park. I'm pretty sure. Eventually I'll go through and add more detail. But right now it's like just making sure the monorail looks like it's been there. And I'm, you know what? And this little ridge part, I'm like, I think this is the idea that got me going with the monorail. Is I saw it and I was like, oh, what if I just have the monorail run through it, run over it, almost like a natural bridge. I thought that was a really cool idea, and it sneaks in so perfectly on the edge. Like, if you, I don't know how well you could see it right here. I'm like right on the border. If you can see the little dotted line, I'm right on the border of the map. Like, the monorail, just look at that. Oh, you see the line right there? It just snuck in so perfectly. Like, it was just too good of an idea. Everything with this park so far, it has just been like perfect for the level of creativity I have and the level of, like, you know, my own ability is just perfect, right? Like, I'm sometimes, like, I'm very creative and I'd be like, oh, this would look really cool if I could do this, but I'm not skilled enough to actually go through and bring that creativity to life. There's a sense of you know, you got to meet like a middle ground. So I think for the style, for my level of ability and my creative style, like, this park is just, it's looking perfect. And I think I'm a pretty good example of like the average player, right? There's a lot of more skilled and better YouTubers out there that could actually make something crazy from scratch. I think I'm a pretty good representation of like the average player, the average person that hops on this game. Like, oh yeah, I want to build a park, but I'm not skilled enough to build, you know, these crazy things by myself. I have a pretty good blend of like, oh, you know, just place down a couple things, download some stuff from the workshop. Oh, let's try and build our own thing. Like right here, I'm gonna build the station from scratch, the very basic station. But, you know, by the end of the build, it's like, wow, I did this, and it looks pretty good. You know, again, it's not the most detailed, it's not the most advanced kind of build, but it's a very good representation of probably what, you know, most of those of you watching could do. So I'm pretty happy with the way that it comes out here. Again, you know, I think most parks, if you're gonna have, um, you know, guest transportation, you gotta have some, an onboarding like right at the beginning of the park, right at the front, kind of like Disneyland, right? You got the train right at the front. So I was like, it was very important to me to get the monorail to kind of sit in here in the middle of the entrance, or at the entrance. And I just kind of tucked it away. I tucked it away. It feels a little out of place, but you'll see by the time I'm done with the build, it kind of feels like, hey, this is, what I wanted from the beginning. And since the beginning of the park, since like the very first upload of this park, I'm not in love with the entrance area. At the beginning, it kind of just got the job done. Like, hey, we have a little entrance. But as the park's grown, I'm like, ooh, this entrance area is really underdone. It's very lacking. There was a lot of dead space. So I think this kind of rework, putting the monorail in here in the corner, really adds to it. Really makes it a lot better. Again, this is gonna be another little area where I'm just gonna have to go back and spend a video reworking it completely. But it's definitely been upgraded. It's been enhanced, with the addition of the monorail. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm running out of things to say. I don't know what to say. Oh my god. I still got like another 10 minutes. What do I say? I mean, if you're just watching, you can see I struggle with the path. Again, I had Planet Coaster 1 kind of like the pathing system pretty, on lock. Like I fully understood the pathing system and kind of how to tweak it to make it do what I wanted to do. I'm still learning Planet Coaster 2. And, if you go back and watch other videos, I was always my biggest headache was the pathing. And it still is for me. I've seen people say that like, oh, the pathing's really good in this game now. Like, all the little tweaks they've done, all the little additions they've added have really made the pathing like really powerful, and people are like really understanding how to use it. I still don't get it. Right, like I would want to build more like kind of plaza style things, like kind of like what I did at the beginning. If you look at the pool area, it's very like open. I guess the entrance area too. Since I don't know what I was doing, I was just kind of trying to figure it out, and I just kind of accidentally made it work. If you ask me now, like the pathing is just, I thought it's complicated. It's just I'm dumb. I just don't fully understand it yet. So hopefully with time, if I start playing the game a little bit more again, I'll get it figured out. So here we are. I'm building the station again. Very basic station, very basic building. But by the time I'm done with it, you place in the trees, you place in kind of just the little details on the outside. Pretty happy with the way it came out. I even added a little archway, little sign over the queue, which I haven't really done for most of my rides, which is something I want to start doing a little bit more. Because like in real life, every queue, every time you go to line up for a ride, there's a big sign on where you line up at. You know what I mean? On the main pathway, on the main like walking area. You know exactly where to queue because there's a big path. There's a big sign over the path. And I think that's probably one little detail I'm not really good at doing. But I actually added a little archway here, little sign. Again, not the craziest, just 3 or 4 different pieces, but it's a sign, and it's like, oh, that right there is already a huge upgrade in the level of detail. So yeah, did that. Just kind of building, trying to figure out. See the grid. I hate the grid system. I hate the same system since Roller Coaster Tycoon, kind of, right? Like a station grid. It always annoys me. It takes me way longer than it probably should. And I guess that's it's just something I'd get better at with practice. I would assume, but I don't know. I've always struggled with it. It's always a headache. So as you can see, I'm slowly but surely kind of adding onto the building, onto the station. It takes so long. Okay, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, trying to hide the little gaps. That's one little small detail I kind of bugs me that I don't think a lot of people care about, right? Obviously, you know, while you're playing, you're not gonna see that there's a big open hole underneath the station, but I don't know, that little part of my brain's like, oh, you can't leave that open. It looks ugly, even though like it has no effect on the guest or gameplay. It's just in my head, I'm like, I gotta block that and cover that. Yeah, so still adding. I kind of broke this video into 3 separate parts, right? Me making the path of the monorail, me clearing the path, and then me making the station, at least for the first station at the beginning of the park. Just so that way I can at least open the monorail and at least have it run, right? I don't think that many people are going to get on it and use it if it's just going to take you in a circle. I plan on probably adding the second monorail station right there by the go-karts. Maybe getting that video or getting that open in the next video. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that off camera or if I'm just going to, I don't know if I'm going to show the process of me building that. I don't want to spend 2 videos in a row kind of working on the monorail, so we might just leave it empty for now and then go back and rework that. I really want to add a new area to the park, especially again for those of you that have been waiting to, I don't know, see an update on this park. And again, if you are one of those people, if you are, you know, excited that I've uploaded again, thank you so much. I've said it a bunch of times now, but it's insane to me. I never would have thought people would actually be watching me build Planet Coaster. Again, if you're one of those people, let me know. Tell me, hey, I'm upset that it took you this long, but I'm glad you're back. Or I don't know. Tell me something. I'm curious how many people are actually happy, I guess. I'm you know, when I upload videos, I'm not expecting or hoping that every video is like, oh, look at this video got 100,000 views. Like, that's not my mindset. But I do have an interest in just seeing the analytics of every video. I'm very like, I don't know, what's the word? Nerdy about the analytics. Like, it's just interesting to me how, like, seeing how one video performs compared to another video. And, you know, not necessarily that, oh, this video got this amount of views and that video didn't, but it's just like, you know, even just the watch time or seeing like the retention rate, like seeing the click-through rate, seeing how, like, you know, thumbnails actually impact video's performance. Like, I don't know, that stuff's like, I enjoy that stuff. If I could get a job just working as like a, I don't know, marketing or something, and just like paying, you know, being paid to pay attention to those details, I think that'd be really cool. So I say all that. I'm kind of rambling on to say I'm very interested to see how this video kind of performs. If I feel like if I had uploaded this a day after the last video, it probably would have performed pretty well. But knowing YouTube and knowing how, you know, the algorithm works, I might go upload this video and it might be dud. I might not get any views. I don't know. We'll see. But that's just, again, that's just the stuff that I find interesting. Like, am I gonna be disappointed? No. It's kind of expected, but it's to me, again, it's just interesting to me, see how it goes, how YouTube wants to push or not push this video out. Regardless, I'm still gonna try to upload you know, the creation of this park all the way through, and at the end probably upload it to the workshop. It'd be pretty cool. Like, I'm already kind of locked in, you know. Gotta be something I gotta finish. And obviously, right, it took me 5 minutes since the last video, or 5 minutes, it took me 5 months since the last video. Not gonna happen overnight. Although I don't want, you know, this park to take me 2 or 3 years. Hopefully I can get it done somewhat soon, but I'm not gonna rush it. You know, I might upload another video tomorrow, or it might take me another week or a month. I don't know. But I'm definitely not gonna rush my creativity. I'm really happy with it. Another thing too, I want to start doing, if you're still listening, you're hearing me yap, ramble. they've added some some like career perks. What are they called? The little career like templates. And they added one that's like it's a very small park, like a very small square. I would love to start another series of me building in that. Like, as much as I want to make this park my priority, I also like the idea of like, oh, let me upload a random video here, a random video there, on a different park and different games. If you go through my channel, I've played a lot of games on this channel, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to keep it all strictly to Punt and Coaster on the channel, but I do know that, if you open up and start playing other games, it might not, people aren't gonna like that subscribers. So I don't know. It's YouTube's a funny thing like that. And going back to the whole, algorithm and statistics, video statistics, that's the interesting, fun kind of stuff that I like paying attention to. Right here, I'm building a sign that I was very proud of. Again, 3 or 4 different pieces, right? It's just a simple frame with a sign, and I added those little yellow things on the back. Totally out of place, but like it just added a little bit. It just made it look like, oh, it's not just a piece of wood on some sticks. Like it very much is that, but it's very much so like more than that. I like that little sign, that little circle sign, roller coaster sign. I don't know if I wanted to keep it or not, but look at that. Just very basic, but it's something. And it's a base, it's a template. Like I could always go back and add more to it or rework it, but it's just there, at the start. And again, I had said it a couple minutes ago. By the time I put all the foliage in, all the trees, all the little flower beds and all that, or wild grass, I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. Like it looks like it was always there. It looks like it was always meant to be there. And again, I know it's definitely not the best, but I think it's just like look how good the little station looks. And all I did was I copied, right, the toilets and the staff building, the information building that are right there next to it. Somebody, uploaded those to the workshop. All I'm doing is, hey, look at that little set. That building looks good. Let me kind of copy it and then make a station out of it, right? And it fits really, like, look how good it looks right there. Like, look at me just looking at it. Like, it fits perfectly. I didn't have to rework the whole, staff area behind. Like, look at that. You walk in and it's like, oh, the monorail. Like, look how good and perfect it fit in that little square. That was probably the most challenging thing. It's just, I had these awkward areas, making it fit without having to completely destroy and rework everything. Like, all I did was move a couple trees around, move some rocks around, and bam, like, we fit it in. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, I talked for a half hour straight. Let's go. I did it. Yeah, that means this video is going to end soon. I got to wrap it up. Yeah, so as you look, I'm just kind of overlooking the monorail. Really happy with the way it looks. Obviously, it's not done. We'll come back and revisit it as I work through the park. Yeah, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for listening to me talk, letting me, I don't know, just kind of ramble. Very therapeutic. Maybe I do want to do more of these I don't know, pre-recorded videos and just recording commentary over it. Or I don't know, we'll see. But if you have a preference, let me know. If you have a preference on anything I should build, let me know. I will catch y'all next time. Thank you so much. Yeah, Bear and Beyond Park continues. Thank you. I will catch y'all later. Have a good one. All right, I'm done talking now.